Volume of cylinders, Lesson 8.1. The standard is 8G9. The objective is to find the volume of cylinders. The essential question, why are formulas important in math and science? The formula for a cylinder is pi r squared h. The steps are to write the formula, plug in all the numbers you know, and solve for the missing value. Remember, the diameter is the entire distance across a circle. The radius is only half the distance. Example number 1. Find the volume of the cylinder, round to the nearest tenth. So first we're going to start by writing down the formula, which is V equals pi r squared h. Then I'm going to label the information I know. So 5 centimeters is my radius, and 8.3 centimeters is my height. Now I'm going to plug the information in. So I have V equals pi, and that's going to be 5 squared times h, which is 8.3. So V equals pi, and then 5 squared is 25 times 8.3. When I multiply all that out, I end up with V equals 651.88. However, that's not my answer because it wants me to round to the nearest tenth. So my answer is V equals 651.9, and it's going to be centimeters cubed. Example number 2. Find the volume of the cylinder with a diameter of 16 inches and a height of 20 inches. Round to the nearest tenth. So I know that the diameter is 16 inches and the height is 20 inches. So I have D equals 16 inches. However, the formula requires that I use the radius. So I know that the radius is half of the diameter. So half of 16 is 8 inches. Now my height is 20 inches. Now I'm going to write the formula, V equals pi r squared h. I'm going to plug everything into my formula. So I have V equals pi. R squared is going to be 8 squared times the height, which is 20. When I multiply that out, I'm going to have V equals pi 64, because 8 squared is 64, times 20. When I multiply all that together, I have V equals 4,021.23. However, they want me to round to the nearest tenth, so my answer is going to be V equals 4,021.2 inches cubed. Example number 3. Find the height of the cylinder with the volume of 20 cubic centimeters and a radius of 4 centimeters. So this time I'm looking for the height. I know that the volume is 20 cubic centimeters and the radius is 4 centimeters. Since I don't know what the height is, I'm just going to write a question mark. So I know that the radius is 4 centimeters and the volume is 20 centimeters cubed. So I'm going to write down the formula for the volume, which is pi r squared h. I'm going to plug in the information I know. I know that V equals 20. Bring down pi. R squared is 4 squared times h. I'm going to go ahead and multiply that out. I'm going to bring down 20. Bring down pi. 4 squared is 16. And bring down h. So now I need to isolate h. So I'm going to divide both sides by 16 pi. This will cancel out. I'm going to bring down h. 20 divided by 16 pi will give me 0.39. So that means that h is approximately 0.4 centimeters. Example number 4. Find the radius of a cylinder with the volume of 55 cubic inches and a height of 12 inches. Now this time we're looking for the radius. I know that the volume is 55 cubic inches and the height is 12 inches. So since I don't know what the radius is, I'm just going to write a question mark. I know that my height is 12 inches, and I know that my volume is 55 inches cubed. Now I'm going to write down the formula, which is V equals pi r squared h. I'm going to fill in what I know. I know that V equals 55. I'm going to bring down pi and r squared. And I know that h equals 12. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 12 pi because I need to solve for r. So I need to isolate it. So I'm going to get rid of the 12s and the pi. I'm going to bring down r squared. 55 divided by 12 pi will give me 1.45892.0312. Now the last step is to take the square root of both sides. And the square root of r squared is r. And the square root of 1.458920312 is approximately 1.21. So that means that r is approximately 1.21 inches.